What is up, my movie-loving friends? My name is Gilbert Yubara, and welcome back to the Attic Review. Today's episode of TAR, we're going to talk about Faces of Death. No, not that one. This new one.
Business is booming.
You probably heard my sigh of disgust. I really wanted to like this one, but this new Faces of Death has nothing to offer like what the original one did. You horror fans know what I'm saying. Before I get into my feelings about this one, quick breakdown, and then we'll get into why this didn't work despite the title bait. Scanning the endless content on the internet, we meet Margot, who is looking for inappropriate and sinister shit and flushing it down the toilet of the interwebs. I mean, yeah, it's for a paycheck, but she also is looking for redemption because of her dark past. We'll address that later.
God, if you listen, help!
Naturally, she comes across some stuff that looks too realistic. Sus, as the kids say nowadays, and whoopsie, she ends up in a deadly rabbit hole. A serial killer inspired by the original Faces of Death and has dreams of grandeur named Arthur is making some creepy videos that get the attention of Margot and her company. Well, Margot's company don't give a fuck and end up firing her for another reason anyways. So, she goes rogue to try and save the latest victims that were abducted by that wild bastard Arthur. I can't be the only one wondering though, why all this detective work? Because Margot is haunted by the incident that took her sister's life. Let's just say they were making a video to try and go viral like most people do, and it went wrong. Really, really wrong. So now, Margot is being hunted by Arthur because she feels responsible for her sister, which she completely is. Long story short, Arthur adds Margot to his kidnap crew. But she gets to escape, so that's good news. Bad news, she is responsible for the remaining kidnappees to get dealt with in the most horrific of manners. All that for internet clout. God damn. At least she comes back, gets the best of Arthur, uploads his confession to the internet, and, well, yeah, I guess she wins. Yay, Margot. Sorry, that was just a rough watch. But let's get into the positive things and some of the things that made this movie a mess. I wanted to like this based off of title alone, so yes, I played myself. But it's because us horror fans really adore the cult classic Faces of Death. Yeah, we know it's cheesy, but we love it.
I like it a lot.
Anyways, this recent one draws inspiration from the original film, but should have never used the original title the way it does. He just set too high of expectations. I think a different title would have eased expectations a ton, but I understand the need because you had to explain the killer's motivation and just move the plotline along. Hey, I'm a forgiving guy, sort of. So I can forgive the misuse of the title. But the acting? Oh my goodness, the acting. Miss Barbie, I can't say her last name, I'm sorry. However, I've never seen her other work, but I pray her other work is nothing like this. This is one of the few times I rooted for the villain because of how horrendous the lead's performance is. Not sure what I winced at more, the gory death scenes, which is a valid reason to wince at, or from her acting and facial expressions. And I thought I was just being mean at first, but I read some of the other reviews and, well, I'm not alone on this one, and I'm not as mean as they are. Dacre Montgomery, who I loved in Stranger Things and Better Watch Out, well, his character was a bit much and a little confusing. Listening to his character, I couldn't help but just hear Heath Ledger's version of the Joker. "Sorry dude, but why so serious?" is all I heard. And this is where his character confuses me, because the character is so OCD that in one scene, he comes in contact with blood and freaks the hell out and has to sanitize himself vigorously. Later on though, he gets into a bloody scuffle with Margot and covered in blood, and he freaks a little bit, but then goes back to his murderous rage. That character glitch just did not sit right with me, and makes me not take it so seriously. And then for some apparent reason, the dude works at a tech shop. That's all good, but he owns a fucking hell of a mansion. But okay, maybe mommy and daddy left it for him. Perhaps. Or maybe old Arthur boy took out the owners and became the new owner. Hell, I don't know. What I do know is that his neighbors and the cops in this movie, well, they aren't good for shit in this film. He is out there just blasting off multiple loud ass rounds, and nobody calls it in. And when the police show up, nobody's out there to talk about that ruckus. And the cops refuse to go inside for at least 20 seconds to see if Margot's claims are valid or not. 20 seconds and they would have seen that poor bloody gal all wrapped up in plastic. I know it's a movie, but damn it, that infuriates me. Come on, that didn't infuriate you? Alright, let's find some positives here. I did like the concept, and I think with a different title, it might have worked a little bit better. But I did appreciate the aspect and concept of a universe where a serial killer is using this cult classic as inspiration to gain popularity as it is gained in modern times through clicks and likes. Ugh, we suck. Click like and subscribe. Not all the acting was bad. Take Jermaine Fowler, who was amazing in Sting and The Blackening, but he was so solid here as the trusting boss. I wish we had more of him in this movie. Margot's gay bestie roomie Ryan was fantastic and probably the only one I was rooting for in this film. But sadly, I knew he was toast after that pretty cool tracker hacker trick that Arthur pulls off while on Reddit. That scene was actually nice. I also appreciated the many underlying social messages about being very aware about the content that you consume, the price of becoming a viral star, and the constant dangers of who is lurking online to make you famous in the worst of ways. But that's about it for this one. Few bright spots, but essentially huge wasted potential in reusing that famous title. And that's it for today's episode of Tar. Thank you so much for listening to my rants and raves about this reimagining of Faces of Death. Please let me know what you thought in the comments. It has been an absolute pleasure. Please like, comment, share your thoughts, subscribe, follow, and tell some friends about the channel. My name is Gilbert Ybarra, and thank you so much for watching the Attic Review. Smile, Tiger.